Well, obviously, I'm sitting next to a couple of guys here, right here, that have been known to execute a submission or two, as we know. But which ones are the most memorable? That's going to bring us to our top 5 for the week, which is the top 5 rare submissions in the UFC. And Ken Flo, you're up first. What you got?
Oh, Kelvin, you ain't ready for this, bruh.
Let's see.
All right, well, here's Frank Mir. Listen, they call this the Mir lock now because of it. I mean, look at the pressure on the elbow and the shoulder joint. Frank Mir hitting that on Pete Williams, just a beautiful, beautiful submission that you really don't see every day. Now, number 4, Kenny Robertson hitting this. I love his first name, but the submission I like even more. Look at this. It's actually a leg stretch. It's not even on the joint. He's kind of just stretching the leg out from the back. Unbelievable. Wow. Has the back, stretching out the knee. Look at it, pulling on the heel and just stretching out the back of the leg. Brock Jardine has to tap. All right, number 3. Now, this is a submission that you see attempted all the time in jiu-jitsu. You see it attempted all the time in MMA, but you never see it finished. Now, Ben Saunders was the first one to finish an omoplata. I think still is the only one in UFC history to utilize that shoulder lock with the legs. Just brilliant stuff there. Excellent control of the body from Saunders. Number 2, the Twister from the Korean Zombie against Leonard Garcia. Look at that. All that pressure on the spine, on the neck, getting the submission. You know, it's a submission that, you know, you hear Eddie Bravo talk about a lot, and the guys from 10th Planet. They've been able to execute it for a while, but you really don't see that in MMA. Awesome stuff there from Chan Sung Jung. All right, and number 1, Nick Diaz hitting what has to be one of the most complicated submissions in all of mixed martial arts, the Go-Go Plata. Now, he gets the arm. He's controlling the arm fully on that right arm of Gomi. He puts his ankle and foot underneath the neck of Takanori Gomi, takes his right leg, puts it on top of the head of Takanori Gomi so he can't posture out. And now he's pulling down on that head, and that's actually a choke. It's pressure on that throat.
From that ankle.
From that ankle.
Oof.
I mean, just high-level stuff there from Nick Diaz. What an amazing show.
That is a great number 1.
A great list.
Try to beat that, Kelvin. What you got, bro? What you got? Let's see
right
it, man.
here. Starting at my number 5, one of my favorite fighters ever, Matt Hughes against Ricardo Almeida. He had him in the front headlock choke, and right here he gets what's called the bulldog choke, and chokes him out, puts him to sleep.
Beautiful.
Typical Matt Hughes. Beautiful submission. Number 4, this guy from The Ultimate Fighter 7. Everybody remembers Jesse Taylor and Dalloway, right? This was a beautiful Peruvian night tie that nobody had ever done inside the octagon, I believe, until Dalloway pulled it off.
Yep.
You know, at number 3, we got Brian Barberina and Sage Northcutt. He had a bomb flu choke, but it wasn't really like a full-on bomb flu choke. It was
an arm triangle.
It was kind of like an arm triangle Vong Flu mix. It was really weird, and it was a rare submission. So I got that at my number 3. At my number 2, we got Charles Oliveira against Wisely in a calf slicer. We don't necessarily see anybody ever tapping out to a calf slicer in jiu-jitsu or in MMA. So it's kind of a rare submission to see somebody fall into that and pull it off. So impressive win there against Wisely. At my number 1, of course, it's got to be the Twister. You know, everybody knows. Everybody knows. I'm a 10th Planet guy. I've been so for a long time, and it's probably is it still the only Twister submission in the UFC right now?
I think it might be. Definitely, I mean, 1 or 2. I don't think we've seen any more.
Shout out to Master Eddie Bravo for that one.
It's a good list, you guys.
Thank you.
I like it. It's fun watching and seeing some of those I didn't even know existed.
Yep.
All right, I want to give a shout out to Miguel. He's the one who came up with the idea for our top 5 this week. So thank you very much, Miguel. And of course, you guys at home, keep them coming. We love to hear what you guys come up with. All right, we are going to take a quick break, but coming up next, it's our social media segment, Rapid Fire. You guys send in your questions to Kelvin and Ken Flo, and they will answer them next. See you after the break.
We're ready.